From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go tonight. 180. Check, 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 check. Super 66.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it with the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Gone. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Rush in. Rush. Shell. Switch. Hey, motion backfield.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point attempt to come here. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To throw is gone. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I got you.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 50, it's gone. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
One of the things I love about this job is that I get to go to practices before games and watch guys work out. And what throws me every single time I see Richard Sherman, one of the best corners in the league, is just how long he is. I'm not even talking about being 6'5". That's not what I'm saying. The length of his arms, his ability to run with receivers and make plays on the football, even when it looks like there's a chance to fit it in, this guy is something else. And there's no surprise to me that this guy was a receiver before he was a cornerback. And maybe that's what helps him out, too, because he understands how receivers think.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Goff now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Check three.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
16 yards, a first down. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Cut. 180.
51. Watch the out. Watch the out.
5.
51.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And this one is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
21.
Check safety.
I got this.
To Mike. 58 to Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Motion. Watch 10.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because You would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We want it. Hey, gun.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him? Giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the sneak is Garoppolo. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Here we go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, it's gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Goff on first down. Dancing to his left. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20!
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
I got this.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Goodwin. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo, the perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Hey, gun. I got you. Hey, hot.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
Here's Goff. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
This is Coleman. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Now he'll escape to his left. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and
There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. 78 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long. It's gone. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stay with your man. White. General West. No.
They will run again with Coleman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get off the field. 21.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. That's side, baby. That's baby side.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Here we go.
Big edge.
Kill.
On first down, Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Play action, Garoppolo. Out to the right here to Wilson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
11.
Go.
49, check 49. Hey.
Now Garoppolo fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now gone. He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Monk's 56. Monk's 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 56.
Here we go on fourth. Gone. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now gone. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Obama.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Watch the slant.
Another try after the first down sack. Gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Motion, I got one.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the 16, Goff. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike 56. Mike 56. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing on third. Goff. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
What? Mike 20. 51. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Tighten up. Value one.
He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will